So now there's going to be more things done to my truck. Okay, so we have the Scroggins ramp up here. I remember everyone's sort of working with Scroggins. Scroggins is sort of the ringleader. I mean, of one network terror cell, if that makes sense. Where did I park? Oh, over here, right? Yeah. Okay, there's a guy waiting here. Ooh. Okay, Lexus here. Look at the two similar cars behind me. Oh. Actually, both rate 4s. And okay. Okay, so two rate 4s behind me, and I got gas. Okay, Scroggins coming to the door. Okay, so remember the Scroggins sort of a ringleader of one of the network terror cells, if that makes sense. I mean, they're not
parking mode off.
what do you call them? They're not like jihadi Iranians or, okay, right? I mean, he's a white ex, and the real trigger thing seems like I watched Apocalypse Now or something like. I was doing jokes on Twitter and Facebook, and he's an ex-army guy who's really just a fucking worthless piece of shit. But he's not like gung-ho Marine or anything. But he uses it to try to get what he wants. And okay, so car waiting behind those two. We have this white Lexus here. That was a gray Lexus. Okay, I'm gonna note the VW here because the girl, I think that was the VW girl, right? And okay, two whites here, and what they'll do is like, hey, talk to me, everyone, beat the shit out of him and stalk him and this and that, and try to get him mad at me and get him to attack me, and he's crazy and he's this, and that's not just that girl, but that's the VW girl, and that's why we see she'll talk to me on a few sentences, and then we'll see like 5 VWs come out here and park together, and there's one of residual right there, and then we got 2 spread gray Camrys here. Okay, so, and the 2 Ray 4s there. Let's just go down this side. Okay, I'll do a little loop down here. Was that Scroggins? Okay, Scroggins is walking. So we're not gonna instigate. So Scroggins is walking. Okay, so Scroggins is walking, and we'll just watch him sort of start instigating. And it looks like he's almost like timing it, but that's sort of a, okay. second, but we'll sort of drive by there. He looks a little flustered. I don't see him with his doggy or anything. So, he always has his dog. So I've never seen him out walking out here without. Well, I have actually. I have seen him out here. He looks a little flustered. I can just see it, and I can see it on the video when he's hacking on my door, right? Okay, so remember the 422s and they like kick it. Okay, well, he's involved in making up the lies. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's sitting there, he's pretending that I'm just some crazy guy when he's the instigator of the crazy guy. Okay, like, does that make sense? This guy's crazy. I'm gonna walk by and say, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? What do you, I think you think that you're a professional photographer and therefore we need to remove you from society with these mass stalking groups, and Greg Konig is packing up your car, but you're not allowed to say anything or get him on video because you're taking people's pictures. Okay, right? Like that's it. You don't care about the fact, the reason why I'm taking pictures of. Okay, right? You don't fucking care why. Okay, you just care that with that Nazi, you do what I tell you, right? There's no reason why or what's going on. Just you do what I tell you. Okay, and that's sort of the 8:30. I'm gonna document this because I need to upload the scroll. I can't keep track of the fucking let's see, 8:30. Okay, 8:30. Okay, what's today's date? 8:30. 29th, 8:30. 7 or 8? I think it's 7:29. Walking. Now remember the correlated things from Boz Big Boy to tonight were in my posts. I watched Apocalypse Now. I was joking. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. There was a whole thing about 15 years ago about camouflage, and I hate people in the army, and all sorts of weird shit that, once again, they're just, you know, they're like my family's hiring creative writers to just blast out lie after lie based on everything I do. Okay, so if I go to bingo, if I go to a bingo thing right now, there'll be a creative writer writing up propaganda, how I hate bingo people and trying to kill bingo people, and I think I'm the elite bingo player and the rest need to die, and all sorts of crazy fucking shit, right? But they have the power, so to speak, with their resources to do it, okay? So that's the problem, is that everyone worldwide is sort of involved in this, and let's see, 7:29, Scroggins, 8:30. Scroggins walking, seems flustered. Normally he barks, okay? Normally he's like a pit bull, so he sees me and he's, you're crazy and this and that. Okay, tries to intimidate and scare. So when he's kicking on the door twice and he pulls out his keys and he puts his keys, almost like he thinks my house is his house. And now how much of that is acting versus, like, you know, is he really flustered or every event that you're seeing here is linked. Okay, so even if I go to In-N-Out there'll be a linked event to Scroggins there, to now Scroggins, obviously, if I take out the worldwide conspiracy, definitely doesn't want to be known as the guy that took part, correct, in a worldwide fucking murder operation, saying some guy's fucking crazy. Even if he was, what's the word I'm looking for? Even if he was, didn't know, I'm having a brain fart here. He didn't know of the ramifications of what he was involved in. Like, well, that's what they told me. Okay, well, you still committed the crime. Okay, if someone walks up to me and says that guy killed someone, and I say, okay, I'm gonna kill him. I'm a vigilante, correct? I made a proper decision based on lack of self-control, and acted on my own that is high beyond any level of illegal, and I made my own decision to go out and kill someone because someone told me something. And it's irrelevant what someone tells you. It's what you do. You're responsible for your fucking actions. Okay, so this is this Starbucks, and this is the where we have multiple cars backwards. Now let's see if they run to the door or whatever. Multiple cars backwards, and they're sort of back at their war here, and chess club here. And remember, the chess club is linked to a lot of the people, the lookalikes at Bob's Big Boy. And everything is some kind of cover up, and it instantly goes on a worldwide propaganda station and goes out to the world. Okay, so now what do? You wake up, you turn 29, there's a planet trying to kill you. What's going on? You're not allowed to know. Have a good life now, Mike Huntley, right? A good enough rope to hang yourself with. Have a good life now. World of paranoia. The world of that's the most important. Drawing papers on my desk, how to make people mentally ill and kill them. Wait, world of paranoia. What are you saying? You're saying, okay, you're saying that you're not going to tell me what I did because you want to create mental illness. Okay, that's that statement. Okay, that's read between the lines of the statement. World of paranoia. Correct. And there's a planet trying to kill one person for 46 years. Why didn't you tell the person what your concerns? Oh shit. Your concerns were. You know what I'm saying? Like, you must. Well, my 8-year-old, my 10-year-old, my 12-year-old, 46 years. Okay, 46. I've been waiting to tell you that you're a horrible monster. I'm going to kill you for 30 years or whatever, from age 5 to... and it's because you're crazy? It's because I'm crazy. I don't understand. So when my brother is putting in the picture frame, let's sort of try to analyze. It's not even analyzable. We got a picture frame. We got a picture. We got my Uncle Stuart. It doesn't make sense like everything else. It's sort of trying to spin your mind. Okay, my Uncle Stuart takes a photo of me on a piano naked, playing the piano when I'm like 2 years old. My brother runs around terrorizing me with a picture of my kid. I forgot all about it, couldn't think. Like, this is you, and goes in a college newspaper or something. Couldn't really care. Age 30th birthday party, Jason sort of presents with everyone signing my picture of me naked on a piano. And in front of my and my father's at the 30th party, and Victoria Walker's giving me a toy gun, dart gun or BB gun, that my father sees in this surprise box, sort of copying some Kelly Hatch things. And my father seems to be mad at me, like how fucking dare you, Kevin? And like, once again, like, how dare I? Or better yet, how dare you be on a fucking piano naked? You're disgracing our name. As if I'm in control when I'm 2 years old and putting it in college things, and my uncle's getting the... Okay, now, at that same time, Adriana Olivares is running around saying Kevin's into kiddie porn. Okay, this is very important. Kevin's into kiddie porn. And Kevin's into kiddie porn, and we need to remove him from society, trying to get the cops with the illegal break-in attempts, correct? Kevin has pictures of kiddie porn. And what they want, okay, and what they want is, okay, so you got the now my brother puts on it, I've been waiting 20 years to give you this. Now what they want is, you know, Adriana Oliveras is running around, Kevin's into kiddie porn, and he has kiddie porn, and I saw it at the party, and then the cops are like, well, we don't know it's true, right? I'm sort of ad-libbing or visualizing what I think's going on, and I'm pretty sure it's accurate, because why are there 6 break-in attempts while with my own father? Okay, and police trying to plant drugs in my house. Now, if my father's at my 30th birthday party, who's heavily involved in this, he's gonna know, oh shit, that is me on the piano. So why, and he's also gonna know it's a toy dart gun. So why is he pretending he doesn't know that's the famous picture that was in the college newspaper of me naked on a piano from his wife, who he was married from for 40 years and raised me and went through all these events in Cleveland, Ohio, and right, he just forgot? Okay, bullshit. Okay, and so they're using the picture as a Trojan horse, okay, to get the cops in my house to try to, well, at that point, you're off the fucking map, okay, because the cops can plant shit in your house, they can do whatever, because you're not dealing with honest people, correct? Okay? Now, the Steve Doctor guy that's sort of trying to silence me, let's think about that. The Steve guy that's trying to silence me, this doctor guy that follows me to Bob's Big Boy with his groups of Bob's Big Boy. Now you're gonna say once again, how do people in Burbank know Kevin Perelman, and why are they all involved with every stranger on the planet? Well, we're missing a huge chunk of information here. Huge chunk. It doesn't make any sense, because that's the key here, is the planet of strangers since 5 years old. Kevin needs to die, whether they're college professors, high school teachers, middle school teachers, Tom Farley, Paul Humphrey, Jason and friends. We're gonna do our road rage shit, it's you. And then my family mad at me for doing positive things, like positive, like building cars and creative things. And, but they're not mad at the kid who's, what did my mother say? Like, well, I would if I would have known. Bullshit. I've watched her protect him and take part. And, even this month, okay, and, the playoff, everyone's playing into what you're saying, that bullshit, yeah, and, each female, down to a very young age, Kevin's threatened, oh, my mother was saying that I'm giving Christy Reynolds death stares, okay, so, death stares, okay, so if you look, now that's kind of like, the other day I glanced the direction of a girl and I smiled at her, and then he's not out here or anywhere else in the world because he gave me a death stare. And what, did I fucking miss something here? Okay, I mean, so how am I supposed to ask the girl out on a date if looking at her, using eye contact and smiling, if that's taboo, then what about how are we going to get to the dating level and the phone number interaction level and this level and that level, because you're already fucking condemned for showing warmth and kindness. Now you can go down to 8 years old, me kissing a black girl, and you tried to kill her with your lips touching her lips, right? Okay, so, but once again, the key is how is that going worldwide? Okay, not, I don't know, is it true? No, it's going worldwide with billions of government dollars. And that is the only thing that matters, okay? Why are kill tools built around me to execute me with psychological warfare tactics or try to force me into mental institutions? Is the only question. And then you say, well, I think you suffer from mental illness. Well, that's none of your fucking business, right? Okay, see those 3 people walking there? I think they suffer from mental illness. I'm allowed to hunt them and kill them with billions of dollars, or force them into mental institutions, or stop them from making money because I say, well, that's irrelevant. You can say whatever you fucking want to say, but the point that you act on it is premeditation, and conspiracy to commit murder or something on that level. No matter how you want to try to cover it up, right? I mean, you can sit there and you can try to cover it up, and you can, okay, and okay, you can sit there and cover it up, and, well, I have the right to kill him with everyone I know because he's crazy. Well, no, you don't. That's a crime. That is the end all be all of crimes, okay? There is no fucking crime higher here, okay? You can believe I'm crazy and stay in your little corner of stupidity. That's fine with me. But at the very point, did you say, I'm going to stop Kevin from existing or being out in society? Now, Terrance Scroggins states that on the stand. Kevin's crazy, I have a right to go after him and rid him of the world. Okay, he states it on the stand. He also states he has anger management issues and is in anger management classes, and he's also some kind of fucking ex-veteran that is clearly mad because I bought Jungle Boots in 1991, where Eric Christensen and Kelly Hatch are hunting me to fucking have me killed, waiting for me to go up to Southern Oregon State College, and then working on me with San Diego PD and all these little frame job and setup things. And wait, the pattern not only repeats itself, but it repeats itself daily, minute by minute, from every stranger on the planet. I mean, this mental illness here, I mean, do 15 tentacles come out of my arms and legs and I eat people up as I walk down the street? I mean, let's be realistic here, okay? There's nothing has happened, now, then, or ever. The only thing that's happened is I turned 29 and found out there's a worldwide fucking execution to eradicate me with every person on the planet, and they can't get what they want, is me running around fucking with an Uzi blowing away people. Now, what is it that Victoria Walker was alluding? That I'm the next Unabomber, and yet, in order for me to be the Unabomber, they have to have a plan of people work on me for 46 years, minute by minute, to get me where they want me to be. Well, if I was the next Unabomber, it would happen by itself, not the warm, friendly, I'm out kissing black girls and going to social events and being as friendly as can be, and each person I meet pulls out a fucking lead pipe and starts bashing me over the skull. Okay, so, and I go, I don't know, how do these people know of me, and why do they keep attacking me? You're imagining yourself from mental illness, so we're going to pay off trash like Dinse to run around with Officer Jenson. He's not allowed to sit on sidewalks. He's not allowed to voice his opinion that you've been lied to. Like Adolf Hitler, you're crazy. You're crazy. You have a you have a opinion about what's been done in your life, and so you're crazy and you need to die or be put in a cage. And we're going to cover it up and say it's mental illness. And then they're going to work on the lame conspiracy theory bullshit and frame jobs and setups and making up lies that I did this and that, and trying to dig through my entire life and try to archive everything they can possibly use against me with a plan of people. And yet it's all done in secret. That's sort of the key word here. So that by the time you turn 29, you have no recourse. You don't understand what's going on. You're just like, what do I do, right? I don't. Okay, so 2 whites here, and this is gonna be everywhere. This is more aggressive, probably out this direction now. With the groupings of whites, and that all starts with the Asian guy that used to wait for me in a white Tesla for me to take walks, and was babbling weird shit that you touched my car, and I didn't touch your fucking car, but it's irrelevant. I mean, that's not really a crime. And you know, maybe he was alluding that it's a girl or something. And I said, what's this really about? And he said, why do you take so many walks? Okay, so now you're all, oh, so we're back. So you go to too many pool halls, you take too many walks, you've been to too many coffee shops. You're just not allowed to fucking do anything past 1, okay? If the number is bigger than 1, you need to be hunted and killed by a planet of people. And my mother running around babbling, you have a problem too. Are these guys open or closed? It says open, but you have a problem too. With literal hints, schizophrenia, idea of reference messages, and you're gonna say, I don't understand. So the crime, once again, this Adolf Hitler mentality, this Nazi mentality, is that if you've ever dated a girl more than like once per 10 years, you're a criminal and need to be hunted and killed. Okay, so they're fucking crazy, they're nuts. But yet when the next person walks in the room, they become a completely different person. And these are the most important questions. Okay, so I'm gonna get some food here if they're still open. Okay, so before I mentally switch off my brain here, let's do a quick summary. They were closed. They closed at 9. It is 9 or 8:52. I'm just before I switch off my brain, I'm gonna do a little quick conclusion. So today we have Terrance Scroggins breaking from his demeanor of I'm better than us dirty Jews or whatever the fuck goes on in his brain, with their worldwide kill Kevin, make Kevin look crazy groups, and his mentality that if someone is crazy, with Dinse, remember he's linked to Dinse, with Dinse, and Officer Jenson and Detective Shapiro, Detective Angela Stuart, probably Officer Henderson, and there's a lot of others, and then there's some kind of neutrals that will not fucking come forward, and that is unacceptable, because if they're protecting their corrupt friends that launch worldwide campaigns to kill 5-year-old Jews, that in itself is aiding and abetting. It's a crime. Okay, and so they want this covered up. And Scroggins doesn't want the truth that he took part. He's a pathological lying, fucking money-grubbing whore who is in it most likely for my house and cars, correct? Because remember that without watching a movie here, how many people on the planet Earth are actually superheroes? Okay, versus I want to kill him and steal what he has. Okay, now remember that Scroggins was around in the beginning 20 years ago, and it was very interesting because first LAPD, this is about maybe 25 years ago, I can't even, LAPD with Rodie Morales tried to plant a trash bag full of marijuana in my house. This is before marijuana was legal on any level in California. And so they have Rodie Morales befriend me. Now it gets a little deep because Rodie Morales was my gym manager that Mike Huntley wanted me to sign up to the gym by my house where they had lots of porn stars and weird things going on that I wasn't really paying attention. Like, I didn't know it was based around, it was directed at me, and the question of why, because their intentions weren't good. And so we have porn stars and models going to my gym, and I'm just trying to figure out what to eat. And I think I'm gonna get a little pizza here. So porn stars going to my gym. Right by my house was World's Gym. Okay, I mean, that's not a big deal, and actually, I think that's great. I think that's great. But there were things going on, like if you smile at one or you talk to one, it's he tried to kill me and things like that. And I wasn't aware that it was going on. Rodie Morales was the gym manager, but he was also working on the LAPD. I have Daily News newspaper clippings 10 years later or something I found from Daily, and I find out Daily News was right at the end of the cul-de-sac. Right on Warner Center Met on Owensmouth across. If I'm going down to the cul-de-sac on the right side, I don't know if that's west or east. Let's see, south, north, south, west. The business building's west. Daily News was there. Now, Daily News had a problem with me going in there with proof of everything, and the angriest people were the black people that worked there. Once again, the Jew kissed the black girl when he was 8 years old. The Jew needs to die. Things that don't really make any sense. And Daily News, Rodie Morales, trying to plant. So Rodie Morales befriends me at the gym. Let's go to strip clubs. Trying to set me up and frame me. Everyone, if a stripper talks to Kevin Crywolf, he tried to kill her or whatever. I don't know what's going on. I'm being as nice as can be to everyone. Known a man. Okay, so remember when they see me, they sort of start parking backwards. So take Kevin to strip clubs all over. Kevin's stalking strippers. Kevin's seeking out a stripper, trying to kill him. All sorts of weird, once again, propaganda that's going to the world. Why is it going to the world? Okay, we're still missing this key element, because if I'm a criminal, you would just arrest me for the crime. Like, right? What's the crime, okay? Well, they're playing a schizo game. I'm working at the gym to catch someone who killed someone. However, it states in the article, this is someone from Europe. Okay, someone from Europe was on the run and came out here. It doesn't say a Jewish guy, but they're merging the story together, right? They're sort of merging something from 25 years ago with that game of telephone, right? Where the story goes from one person to the next and the story changes, right? Okay, and they're doing that intentionally with their propaganda systems to the world. Now, if I just committed a fucking crime right now and I start blowing people away, the cops would arrest me and they'd take the proof and they'd say, okay, you go to trial, we're gonna prove it. Okay, not you're guilty before proven innocent, and we're gonna pay off the jurors to make up lies because we know you're guilty. Okay, so that mentality is the same mentality. Is that a trustable police officer or detective or anything else, or FBI agent or anything else? No, that's a fucking Jew-killing, child-raping murderer that has power, okay, like Adolf Hitler, okay? And that starts with my family, with their hate, okay? So they're paying off people. So, back to Terrance Scroggins. Rodie Morales tries to plant a trash bag full of marijuana in my house to set me up and frame me, to make me look like a drug dealer. They're worked on me 15 years after to try to make me look like a drug dealer. And ironically, that all seems to start because at University of Colorado, I told Christina Stalinsky that I smoked a joint with my friends in college, okay? And you're gonna be like, wow, that's the level of fucking Nazi fucking abuse that Kevin Perelman has to take, that if his friends are fucking doing shrooms and quaaludes and fucking uppers and downers and coke and Valium and heroin, and Kevin's the good kid and he's like, I'm gonna smoke a joint now and then with my friends. Hunt Kevin, he'd make him look like a drug dealer, exploit weakness, make him look like a drug dealer, rid him of the fucking world with billions of government fucking dollars because some 5-year-old fucking Jew smoked a joint in college a few times. It's like, okay, am I the president of the United States? No. Okay. So, while it's illegal, yet everyone's fucking doing it. Nobody fucking cares. Even the cops, except for the big drug dealers that they're trying to make me look like. And now it's all legal. So now it was just Prohibition, correct? It didn't even fucking matter. Okay, because now people came to their fucking senses. They're a teeny bit more evolved to realize that a harmless fucking plant isn't gonna fucking hurt anyone, and just like distilling alcohol, and it's no fucking big deal. But yet, by the way, if I go out to the liquor store and buy some legal alcohol, the cops with my family will be running around like he needs to fucking die. Okay, so with worldwide resources and the hypocrites that are sitting there pounding beers all night that nobody cares about, nobody's saying anything about them, okay? So it's a double standard. And I'm gonna order a pizza here. Okay, so the point I'm making here is that Terrance Scroggins, okay, so they can't effectively get one of their Trojan horses in my house, okay, if that's how I want to state it. That we're trying to plant things in your house to set you up to lock you away. Okay, but why? Well, they're going to say whatever they need to say, but in the end, it's just about, I hate Kevin and he needs to die since 5 years old. And remember that it doesn't matter, okay? When I was in my dorms at Southern Oregon State College, Kevin needs to die. When I'm moving from house to house in Oregon or University of Colorado, every single instant I live with Eric Feely and Matt, my first house on Arapahoe, 2020 or something, Arapahoe, transferring to University of Colorado. Well, what illegal is happening in that house other than college kids being college kids and going to classes and learning, right? There's nothing there. It's like, was I building nuclear missiles to launch at the world? Okay, I mean, let's be realistic here, right? Okay, so everything is just this dramatized justification to kill a 5-year-old Jew. Okay, with a mother and father running around. He suffers from mental illness with vague labels like everything else. He's a criminal, he needs to die, we have a worldwide campaign to kill him. Okay, well, he's a criminal is a vague label, correct? There's no substance behind it. He suffers from mental illness. Well, I got next to me the DSM-5 book of mental illness labels I could use as a weapon on someone. Okay, so Terrance Scroggins sees that I'm taking out my trash. I don't know what the exact time period is, if this is a year later or 5 years later, but I'm taking out my trash and I put a trash bag of trash on my porch and I leave it there maybe for like 5 hours before I want to go down the steps and take it into the garage and throw it into the trash. And okay, you get it? So Terrance Scroggins, who lives on the opposite side, somehow knows this. Now these are very important questions. Why, if I go out and take a walk and I'm wearing black pants and a green shirt, do 50 people out of the Warner Center Met come out with black pants and green shirts? Okay, yeah, how do they know? How's the information getting out to the world? Why are worldwide groups stalking me with mental illness tactics and copycat tactics and mimic tactics and idea of reference tactics and passive aggressive tactics and subliminal tactics and 10 to 100 people per day walking by and whistling wherever I go worldwide, and there's thousands of these tactics. Because a college student smoked a joint with his friends and in between going to all of his classes for computer science and BFA and fine arts. I mean, do any of these things sound way the fuck blown out of proportion that don't make any sense? Like, you blinked your eyes at the dinner table, so there's a worldwide campaign to kill you. You looked at a girl and smiled. It was supposedly an evil smile, so we have a worldwide campaign to kill you. Okay, and then you don't say anything because that's crazy. Could never happen. It is pretty fucking obnoxiously and unheardedly rare. As a matter of fact, I personally, and I'm sure everyone else personally, has never heard of anything like it in the history of humanity. And it took me a good 5 years to cope with even believing what I was seeing, okay? And while starting to get it on video and photos, going, this is just fucking insane. I can't believe, and proving it, like going out to location to location to location all across California, proving that the same events were not only occurring, but if I go to, example, this coffee shop and I have a conversation with the employee or someone there, and then I drive from Woodland Hills to Laguna Beach, within 1 hour's time or within that drive's time, the next employee will have my conversations from the previous place, mimicking fragments of it to try to make me look like a violent paranoid schizo. And tons of other tactics, as well as being tracked on the Google Cloud through the GPS and all sorts of things that I figured out through exploiting my Google accounts. Okay, now some of these threats were met with Brian Longbotham about Google in 1998. Okay, so think about that. As I was working under Brian Longbotham at the jobs he was hiring me, he was literally paid off to execute me in these unheard of methods, okay, with their quote-unquote spy game tactics while hiring me to work on the pilot spy game, okay, at Universal Studios. So, once again, let's jump back to Terrance Scroggins. He seemed to come into the game with Greg Konig in that corner of Burbank and Juliana Place. Greg Konig was the first aggressor with him, and if you think of the name Konig, I think Konig is a wheel company, and they were mad at me for buying wheels for my Mustang maybe 5 years prior or something. Yeah, so the next crime, a Jew modified a car or something like that, so we have to hunt you and kill you because he put aftermarket wheels on a Mustang. Okay, so what was Scroggins mad about? Well, the trash bag that was on my porch, example, I'm going to take the trash out, I'm going to put it on my porch, and 5 hours later I'm going to take it downstairs into the garage. Why? These are very important questions. How does Scroggins know from the opposite side of the complex did I put a trash bag of trash on my porch and is mad about that? And obviously in Scroggins' mind, he's thinking it's the trash bag of marijuana that Rodie Morales gave me like 5 years prior or whatever. But he's not all there, correct? Is it possible that someone on the planet Earth might throw out their trash into the dumpster in the garage? And they might not do it all at once? Like instead of grabbing the trash from inside the house and walking straight to the dumpster in a townhouse complex, maybe he's cleaning other things and he's going to get to it later. Is that possible? Could this event possibly occur on the planet Earth? Of course, every fucking day, all day. Okay. Statistically, if you were to do a statistical analysis poll on something like that, the numbers would actually probably be fairly large. Okay, you don't really think about it because most people aren't psychotic obsessed murderers that I have to deal with every day since I was 5 years old. But statistically, and most people wouldn't waste their time on something so stupid. It's the little things in life. With Lisa Marie sent after me with Paul Humphrey. Remember, Paul Humphrey was on the LA, what's it called? The police training, the police cadet training. Okay, Paul Humphrey was sent after me at 14 with Mike Huntley. Paul Humphrey worked security at the very first Starbucks I went to, stalked me at worldwide coffee shops, and Paul Humphrey, the police training program, what the fuck's it called? Police Academy, where supposedly he didn't make it in the police academy, but he was trying to set me up with Jen Hess and things like that, and many other people, Julia Sophia Reynoso, Lisa Marie, what was her last name? Lisa Marie, who was in Moline, Illinois. Interesting by my Uncle Stuart, now I think about it, probably. Now we go back to Scroggins here. We have Rodie Morales trying to plant drugs in my house to frame me. And you know cops would have probably tried to get in and plant guns and all sorts of shit because my father putting the bullet holes with LAPD in his 300E Mercedes, trying to cover all that up. And in the last video I sort of mentioned the lame things like Kelly Hatch. Hey Kevin, oh Kelly, can I borrow your X-Acto knife? I'm out in the parking lot working on my stereo. Oh yeah, go in my room, the door's open. So, oh, you're... Okay, so Kelly Hatch, wait, where is I? So Kelly Hatch, yeah, you can borrow my X-Acto knife, go in my room, the door's open. Oh, hey world, Kevin broke into my dorm room, or probably worded it, broke into my house and tried to steal everything, and because once again, we're on the imperfection crime, right? And then Mike Wexler at University of Colorado sent after me with his lock-picking bullshit with my brother and telling me that I'm not allowed to take pictures of people with some kind of weird death threats and things like this, okay? Well, he wants to go on road trips to Arizona and weird things to sort of hint about Christina Stalinsky and working with the police out there and things that you just completely fucking unheard of. And it's interesting how every one thing, oh shit, I talk about branches into 5,000 other people trying to execute me, okay? Of strangers or people I don't know very well. And so Scroggins, back to Scroggins here, he's getting the news. Kevin walked out of his house and placed a trash bag on his porch to throw trash out, and Kevin's a drug dealer and we got to go after him, okay? He has to take the law, as he stated, in his own hands, because the police know I'm a criminal and have told him I'm a criminal and they just can't catch me. Well, if the police don't have proof of a crime, then there is no crime, okay? That's the point. There's no habeas corpus, okay? That's the point. Well, am I a known drug dealer? Am I a known Colombian drug lord? Or am I a 3D animator who works at Hollywood, who went to the University of Colorado and Southern Oregon State College? Okay, so I don't have any priors here of being a Colombian drug lord, flying fucking 10,000 pounds of heroin from the Colombia to the US here or anything. I'm a guy who smoked a joint with a girl, or a guy who smoked a few joints in college, like everyone else. There's no crime. It's like if Dinse's running around going, 40 years ago that guy jaywalked and we got to kill him. Okay, so I got $100 million government dollars to kill him. You spending $100 million to kill some guy who jaywalked 40 years ago? Yeah, because we know he's a criminal. Because he did it. Because that person told me he did it. Okay, right? Well, that just seems like a god-awful waste of government dollars to hunt down the farting in public crime, the burping in public crime, the jaywalking crime, the sitting on the sidewalks for longer than 5 minutes crime, the oral sex. It's illegal to have oral sex in California crime, which I don't know if that's a wives' tale. Someone once said that on the law books it states that it's illegal to have oral sex in California. Okay, do you think that the cops are actually hunting people, spending billions of dollars to hunt people who got blowjobs? I think, let's say, oh, well, now Kevin went out and across 40, 50 years, he got 100 blowjobs, so he's taunting us. He's taunting us because he got 100 blowjobs, so we got to frame him and set him up. Okay, does none of this make any fucking sense? No, it doesn't make sense, because it's not really about anything, as I believe we possibly have a double horn honker here who saw me and parked backwards. And by the way, there were a few other things happening in this parking lot I'm not mentioning. So back to Terrance Scroggins. What is Terrance Scroggins, who sees a trash bag going, I'm gonna get that motherfucker because he passed the test, because Rodie Morales couldn't successfully get me to take the trash bag of marijuana. So Terrance Scroggins, who's should be completely unrelated, Army veteran, but is not, is somehow intertwined in the Kill Kevin operations, Kill the 5-year-old Jew operations, and just try to cover it up with any lie known to man. Is it more realistic that Terrance Scroggins is either a superhero and is doing it for the greater good, or just wants me to be healthy, have a normal, healthy life by launching a worldwide campaign to kill me since 5 years old with my father, or could possibly, if you can lock the guy in a jail or mental institution, well, we have a house and 3 cars that nobody can access. Correct? Now, Terrance Scroggins was on the HOA at the time, Homeowners Association, of my townhouse complex. Let's be realistic here. You got a guy, they finally get their 5350, lock him in a mental institution and permanently, and who's going to get the house and cars? Is the Terrance Scroggins a superhero who runs around on a bicycle with baggies collecting cans and bottles and selling them for money, and that's his professional job, is to collect cans and bottles for money on probably some pension he's stealing from the government, playing victim? Okay? Well, hunting people? Okay, let's be fucking realistic here. He's a little Jew-killing fucking criminal thief weasel. Okay, he has no morals or ethics. And when he's standing on the stand here, when he's standing on the stand, sitting on the stand, making up lies about me with everyone else, and Judge Eric Harmon lying and showing that he's into illegal operations, and the paid-off jury lying, they're all saying none of them know who I am. I mean, you gotta be fucking right. Okay, they've exposed themselves, and it's all in the transcripts downloadable off my website, www.kevinperelmantarget.com. They've exposed their true intentions. Okay, the lies. They don't know of me, whether they have a worldwide fucking campaign to rid me of the world. Okay, minute by minute. Okay, Terrance Scroggins, he doesn't know of anything that's going on. It's worldwide. It's minute by minute. It's 100,000 to 1 million attacks per day. He's flustered on the video today. He's flustered. He's doing all weird things. He's kicking the door twice. They have cars parked, 2 RAV4s parked behind me, trying to cover up his lies about criminal threats, and as if he's not running up to my door, throwing shit all over my house and this and that, and trying to, he has like 15 incidences before that, running up and threatening me and shit like this. Okay, he's threatening me. He's working with Greg Konig, cramming shit in my wheels and tires and defacing all my cars. Okay, and Greg Konig's running around saying Terrance Scroggins says he's gonna fucking beat you up or kill you or something, and all of a sudden we see like 15 Miatas parking on the street that are green like Terrance Scroggins. Okay, I mean, nothing's going on here, and it's all getting photoed and on video, and the only thing they're saying is you committed the taking photo crime. You committed the taking photo crime. You committed the throwing your trash out in the trash can crime. And you committed the I'm going to verbalize that everyone's, the First Amendment constitutional protection that I have the right to tell these people they've been lied to, and you're not allowed to talk or we kill you. Okay, the First Amendment constitutional protection. By the way, every constitutional protection has been violated in my life. Every single one. Okay, the Second Amendment, right to bear arms. I'm not a gun owner, but I've been told I'm not allowed to buy a registered firearm, and my father's trying to plant fake guns and real guns and shit on me and shit like that to cover up his crimes when I was 16, putting bullet holes in his cars with the LAPD, saying I tried to kill or scare him. I don't know all the constitutional amendments. There's the violation is that the Fourth Amendment, the right to privacy and violation. So they're violating my cell phones and computers since '94, and the internet privacy. You name it. I could go through all these, and you're gonna say this is crazy. The guy has no constitutional protection since 5 years old. Because Ronald Barry Perelman hates his 5-year-old, and Anita Perelman says his 5-year-old needs to fucking die, they have the right to kill 5-year-olds. Now, as I'm linking just a couple of these 100,000 events all the way down to 5 years old, I want you to understand that nothing is really about anything specific other than kill the 5-year-old. I hate my 5-year-old. He's not allowed to blink wrong. He's not allowed to yawn wrong. He's not allowed to fart wrong. He's not allowed to ask out women. If he kisses a black girl, he's showing warmth and kindness. We have to kill him. He's a white supremacist. If he has something to say about it, he's not. He's a public nuisance. So we're gonna hunt him and kill him with a planet of people. And that is that is the fuel for the fire, the worldwide fire that the government has created. I have not done a thing. There's nothing I've done on the aggression or the with Mike Huntley's lies with Dr. Alex Lazar that I'm filled with anger and rage. It is their anger and rage. I've showed warmth and kindness since 5 years old. Met with hate, rage, hostility. That Kevin's different and he needs to die. And these are government flag and kill operations to kill a 5-year-old. Period. That is it. Everything else is lies and cover-ups with a planet taking part. Why is the planet helping the government kill 5-year-olds? The only rational reason here I can come up with is they can't deal with their own guilt towards what they did. Okay, so I mean, this is no little thing. I mean, if I was sitting in front of a Nazi right now talking about what he was involved in, or exposing what Adolf Hitler did to the Jews in the 40s, do you think he not only would not want to talk about one thing, but he would want any paper trail about it gone, and not knowing who he is and what he is, and his grandkids and his grandkids' grandkids and his grandkids' grandkids knowing in his legacy that he is nothing but a fucking cold-blooded murderer, a labeling cold-blooded murderer. Now you take this entire planetary thing towards a 5-year-old Jew from a child rapist father. That is what's going on in their brains that they can't. That is why it is so important that I'm a bad guy if the truth comes out, because they don't want to be known for what they are. Okay? Child raping murderers who took part. And if someone walks up to me and says, help me kill that person, I'm going to say, fuck you, get the fuck away, I'm calling the cops. Okay? So they made their moral and ethical decisions when people approached them and told them to hunt and kill a 5-year-old Jew. And even today when I say, look, you've been lied to, and they start whistling that I'm a whistleblower and we're going to hunt you and kill you, well, they play it off as sort of a game. It's not a game. And that is the guilt that they are wallowing in, especially the security companies who were notified to hunt me and kill me and try to cover it up, and the mass worldwide groups working with the security companies making up 100,000 lies, with the security companies making up the lies, and the police that, on the trickle-down theory, the police tell the security companies, we want to eradicate this person because we think he is the next Unabomber, so make up the lies with the people and use the people as vigilantes, and then we'll sweep up the reactions. Keep punching him in the head 100,000 times. If he reacts, we'll sweep it up. Okay, and say he's crazy and a liar, and shirk all responsibility. And that is what you're seeing. Daily news involved. Trying to cover it up. They wouldn't address the truth that Rodie Morales was involved in hunting me, while LAPD was using Rodie Morales, supposedly, if this is even fictitious, catch some guy at our gym that Mike Huntley wanted me to sign up to, that manipulated me to sign up to with him. Okay, so think about that. And Mike Huntley then quits and backs off, pretending that he got in a fight with a person, and that person was someone from my high school that was, I don't remember his name, a younger brother of one of the people in my high school. And then trying to stalk me with Damon Riggins and all these other people who were stalking me in high school. And Brian Weaver, Shane Weeks, Brian Weaver, they all were involved. I'm sure Tom Hope was involved in some way, and Greg Wall, we know, right? Okay, so, but Paul Humphrey and Mike Huntley are the two most aggressive sent after me at 14. Brian Weaver's extremely aggressive too. Doing his little fake bullyings and then telling the world I'm a bully in 8th grade. So in 8th grade I'm a bully because Brian Weaver kind of sort of bullied someone, and the world needs to. Once again, the key element here, the entire planet needs to be lied to that I bullied Ryan Hirsch, using the name Hirsch as chocolate, and then trying to cover up the fact that I showed warmth and kindness by kissing a black girl when I was 8 years old at Science Guys Day Camp. Okay, so you can connect all these events and none of them make any sense, but the key element here is that why is every minute-by-minute lie being rewritten, minute-by-minute event being rewritten by creative writers, so to speak, and then blasted to an entire planet with billions of dollars, defaming, libel, slander, smears, defamation, defaming my name worldwide and in secret, so I can't say, oh, I saw this on Fox News and that's a blatant fucking lie and I'm suing. Okay, it's all in secret. It's all a planet of anonymous child raping Jew killers, minute by minute, 100,000 to 1 million per day, since I was 5 years old. And not one person has verbally come forward stating this is how it's being done and this is why. You're just imagining it and you're a violent, paranoid schizo. Now that's all by design to execute a 5-year-old. Flag government, flag and kill operations to kill children or other people, and using psychological warfare methods that was originally developed, or I don't want to say developed, but the idea itself was originated from Adolf Hitler himself. The next method of warfare trickles down to KKK, and then it apparently goes into police and LAPD and probably NSA and FBI, and this is a way we can use to kill people that we don't like or trust by flagging them. Okay, I don't trust that guy. Example, let's use the security guard over here. I don't trust him. I think he's a bad seed, like the Kelly Hatch, you're a bad seed. I'm gonna hint with idea of reference messages that you're like your father's dog Rhoda and you're a bad seed, and also from the movie The Bad Seed, and I think he's a bad seed. So we're going to wipe him off the planet with psychological warfare tactics and make it look like he went crazy, okay? And these are for those who are their head is so stuck in the fucking sand of stupidity while they're playing their video games and watching movies. These are, as you hear the sort of the double horn honker as it's escalating here, the double horn honking. And an older tactic now sort of coming back because we don't want you leaving your house. Escalating. And so as I'm trying to go out, because my kind since 5 years old is not allowed out in public and needs to be hunted and killed by a planet. Now, who is this kid here who's 20 years old? What does he get out of this? Well, I guess he's just told what he's told and he's taking part. And that's aiding and abetting a murder operation to kill a 5-year-old. Okay, so because the 5-year-old went out and did something positive or productive. Okay, so the bottom line here is, as I end this and get my food, is that Terrance Scroggins is just a child raping murderer. You can see the connected events. He's desperately trying to cover it up. You can see him on video flustered at my door, doing weird, strange behaviors and trying to put his key in my lock and possibly working schizo tactics or possibly just breaking from sanity and going, Kevin knows too much and he won't shut up about what he's involved in. Them throwing me in jail for trying to voice, you all have been lied to and leave me alone. I'm trying to fucking live my life and salvage some of my life. And so that's what you're seeing here. And remember, this is daily, and it's been like this minute by minute since 5 years old. I didn't know until I made it to 29, and that's pretty much it. And remember, this is minute by. So remember, go to www.kevinperelmantarget.com. There is these daily events here. These daily events. This is interesting because a cop car is sort of showing up as this guy parks here and double horn honks, and we see the security guard there. And it might be something, it might be nothing. And we have sort of a red car here parked backwards there with the sort of parked backwards waiting with lights on tactic, and he's going to Vaughn's. But either way, it could be something, it could be nothing. Go, you suffer from paranoia. Well, in my life, these are minute by minute freaky things that don't make sense. And example, if you want to see this red car backwards with that red car sort of kitty corner, okay, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, you probably can't. then you get the idea that they're trying to create the illusion of paranoia or paranoid schizophrenia to exterminate 5-year-old Jews with worldwide an entire planet now. And that's exponentially grown since 5 years old, and they don't want any truth. Now, it's interesting that they got that kid walked all the way to the Vons, I think, from here, which is even weirder. And my life has been threatened over and over that I'm not allowed to go to supermarkets or restaurants or eat any food, too. So, while my father's running around saying we need to lock my 5-year-old in a mental institution. And now you might say, Kevin, what did you do? Like right now, if we were to break this moment in time, Kevin, what did you do? Well, you can see on this video, like every other 100,000 situations on video, there's absolutely nothing I've done but go here to Pizza Hut, order a pizza, I'm waiting for the pizza, and narrating my life. And that's what I've done, and that's the crime of all crimes. Your First Amendment constitutional freedom of speech, your right to breathe, okay? And that's what I've done, is say something about a worldwide murder operation that's always been going on. Okay, so I'm gonna get my pizza here, and I'm gonna sort of, I think, end this excerpt because I'll talk forever, because each event links into 100,000 other events, correct? Okay, so as I go in, there will probably be some verbal harassments as I go to grab the pizza here. And you're gonna say, well, what did you do to the pizza guy? Well, he'll have some hinty schizophrenia idea of reference message that supposedly I did something and so I don't have the right to breathe, and those things I supposedly did will switch and change from thing to thing. Okay, so let's go in here and get my food. I don't know when this fucking thing turned off here. I'm gonna check. So we have, okay, look, we got red car here, red car here. There was another red car there, waiting with lights on. Guy copying in, following me and going, no worries, and this and that. Waiting for me. We had 2 or 3 people went into, followed me into the Pizza Hut. We have the double horn honking tactics, which started in the parking lot where that Starbucks is where, okay, we have cops that sort of showed up. We don't know why, but we had a guy walking to the Vons there. It turned out the guy walking to the Vons there wasn't from the Ultima to my right, but was coming from somewhere else. However, the guy in the Pizza Hut, okay, right? Now you just saw I'm trying to get fucking food, and we have groups of people following me and provoking and trying to, for buying food. Wait, because it's pizza unhealthy, so therefore I've committed that crime, okay? And you're gonna say, okay, so we're sort of circling around here. I'm going to check over here. Well, I don't know, I'm just babbling because I'm so sick of this minute by minute shit. Okay, so the attacks and are the attacks ramping up? Are they going down? Are they the same? Or they look pretty. The difference is that I'm not logged into the Google account. So when I'm logged into Google Cloud, it's a million times. There were at least, I think, 2 people in there. Well, we got a double horn honker. We got a double horn honker. We have 2 double horn honkers linked to getting the coffee at the Starbucks, and they're gonna say, well, but you're not allowed to go to coffee shops, and there's a secret hidden message that if you leave your house, we're gonna provoke you and kill you. We're gonna provoke you to death and kill you. So wait, so that's the reason you're not allowed at coffee shops, is because you have a plan of people trying to kill me, right? Like, there's no actual 20 years ago, oh, Jews aren't allowed at coffee shops worldwide. There's no statement like that. There's just, we're gonna hunt you and kill you. And then 15 years go by, well, they don't want you here because they're making up the lies because of this and that. Okay. And then the cops are like, well, we don't want his kind. Oh, wait, did they give me the wrong order? I think they did. Pineapple. And if I go back, I have to wait. Let's see what they gave me here. So pepperoni, I knew they would. Mushroom, I'm just gonna eat it and get a refund because I don't feel like waiting another 15 minutes. No pepperoni. Oh, there's one there. Okay, maybe it is. No jalapeno. Okay, I'll fuck it. Jalapeno, actually. Oh, this is a shitty pizza. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off. I'm gonna save some verbal energy here.